All right. Rookie mistake. Thought I was streaming for like 5 minutes there, guys. If you are here, Victoria, thank you for being here. Anybody else? Sorry about that. A little late to start. A little technical difficulty there. What's up, Com? Miggy? How's it going, guys? Thank you for being here. What's up, Adam? Gordito, how's it going? Whew. Tell you what, man. What a start to the week. I am struggling right now. I don't know about you guys, but wow. Interesting day here. Shaping up for this guy. Let's see. Mama's Boy, Matterman, Soul Shift. What's up, everybody? Paul, Bellin. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get into this a little bit. I think we've got an interesting afternoon brewing, obviously. Kind of goes without saying. We are moving against the grain. But let's look at the afternoon profile, because a big shift did kind of take place, at least on a few positions. So we've got our morning profile there. Let's take a look at this afternoon here and see how that shifts the picture a little bit. Just a hair, just a little bit, but the floor, the support, I don't think we go much lower than 73.30 approach from the pre-market plan seems to be playing out quite nicely. And if we look at the just real-time hours here, or cash hours, let's get a 5-minute chart instead. Obviously these ranges are now all out of whack, but we'll do it from the morning. Get this all arranged for everybody here. Just an autist trying to draw on my chart. All right, guys. If you're just joining, Vishwa, Columbus, Terrible One, thanks for being here. Hi, Columbus. We'll get into it here. I think if you are new, basically green bars are where market makers are long. Red bars are where they're short. And how they hedge those positions, we can kind of expect certain reactions. What's up, work wife? Hey, baby. Thanks for showing up finally. Basically, market makers in these red zones are essentially assisting the momentum, right? So as you moved into and through them, if there is strong buying pressure, they will accelerate and like reinforce that move. If it is green, if it's overhead, they're going to be kind of slowing the move down. And if it's below you, they're kind of doing the same thing. They're buying, they're slowing any selling pressure down. So as you can see this morning, again, this is the intraday profile. These are the current positions. If I go back and said, show me the pre-market, you'll see things didn't shift too wildly, right? The only difference is now there is more of the dealers short than they were long, right? If this is the pre-market, if we sold kind of through from this resistance down into this zone where things kind of should have buffered us, but the strongest support was down here, this 55.50 on ES. It's no surprise that we didn't really accelerate any further, right? A lot of people were probably shorting that in the hole, basically. They were shorting the bottom, thinking we're really going to sell off. But the thing that we know about having this information and having that pre-market plan is the only way that's going to happen is if we have some really, really strong selling and really persistent volatility, because we know everything down below was pretty much saying, nope, we're going to be buying in general. So even now, we've just kind of been dipping, but in trying to get back over the 73.70 strike, our opportunity lies higher. So for me, now that we know the pre-market structure that is most important is about the kind of the downside here, we know that if we don't stick higher, we're probably going to fade back into this zone and probably chop around and grind down in here for a finish closer to the low of day, right? But if we get some buying pressure, we just came up to the top of that zone, there's really nothing to like gravitate towards to pin higher. The only thing that's going to happen from here into the afternoon, into these upper ranges, is do we sustain this momentum? If we can break over 73.90 right here, that should give us the momentum to potentially really get moving, get some volatility crush, and get up towards 74.20.25. Hey, Robert. This is an indicator that is just particular to me. If you guys are on this stream right now, anybody else that's been here before, you're going to hear me say the same old thing. It's a not for sale. It is just something I made with Claude. I am pulling data from a third party. It's called VS3D. And I am taking the positions from that platform and I'm just putting it on my TradingView chart. If you want access to this, you have to pay for it through one of those vendors out there. So you've got VS3D, you've got Spot Gamma, you've got Options Depth, Quant Data, Gamma Edge, Quant Options, Skylit AI, you name it. I'm going to have to put a banner up on my screen that literally just says use these vendors. I don't get a discount, I don't get a benefit, but there is a fee for those services to be able to get that market maker tagged data and know where are they long, where are they short, right? But if you guys have been here, if you've seen my stream, if you're familiar with me at all, you likely understand the benefit of having that information. Where is my risk best deployed? So, same thing I said before, I think I even said it in the Discord. If you look at my channel, if you were there, my base case is absent any buying and any vol crush to get us up and away, we'll just kind of keep doing what we were doing all morning. We'll probably grind and stick around down here. But the potential on the day, the best convexity approach would be anything that catches a bid over the 73.70. You get a little vol crush. You get the assistance of market makers now supporting the buying flow as you move up into these strikes, right? Because they are buying with the momentum. But if you reject up here, they will sell with the momentum and you'll probably find a balance back towards the 73.70, maybe just a hair lower, right? Into the afternoon. But right now, it looks like we're getting that momentum move. So if we cover this 73.90, we could easily get some momentum up into these areas up here. Another 10 to 15 points, for example. So as far as managing your risk and choosing how to enter a trade with this information, you would be looking at longing from kind of the strongest support on the day, which was down in this range. So you could have taken a 10-point stop from 73.60 and said, prove it to me. Prove that you are going to sell below 73.50. Otherwise, I'm looking for this range move higher, right? So from the market open, if we failed to break up here, just look at these little zones. I said, I'm looking for the ranges within the big range. I would be looking for rejections from here, from the pre-market down to this strongest balance, right? And that's what I took for my trade. Unfortunately, on my Grand Cup account, I had a resting order I was not aware of from the overnight, and I'm really salty about it because it pretty much killed my Grand Cup account because I traded on Trade-of-8's mobile app and didn't see it on my chart. And yeah, got a notice on my phone that my account was auto liquidated. So I'm a little pissed off because I was up like 10 grand on that account. But you know, thankfully it was just a free Grand Cup account and not one of my fundeds. So just a little sad about that. That's why I try not to trade on mobile, because it's just not the same as being at the desk and having your command center set up and doing all your normal stuff, right? So little bummed, guys, but it's all good. We got our read right on the day. We had a successful trade. We even had a good one overnight. So c'est la vie, as they say. But if I was drawing up an afternoon plan, I'd be looking for a couple things. I'd be looking for, do we get continuation? Do we stop here? Do we reject here and fall back? Do we really fall back and come all the way back down towards 70? That's kind of where I'm looking to formulate a thesis. So if I'm thinking we fail to really push any higher and like get over 74.05, let's say, I could take a 5-point stop, a little scalp right here and say, I think we end up coming back down towards 73.75. Whether that's on SPX and you play a put spread, you play a butterfly or something, or you just really believe in the bull case here and say, we're going to continue to just ramp. And I think the market makers are going to help us. And the market's pricing in a 25-point expected move right now. So what's 25 points from here, right? You've got your 10, you've got your 20, you've got your 5, right? So it's really hard to argue with that momentum right now, knowing that we kind of made that move through that momentum range of dealers long, market makers short. Really important that we kind of put 73.90 in the rear view here, and that should presumably get us another quick pop higher. If we start to fail around here, which is also kind of high of day, right, is kind of up in the 73 or 7400, 7405 area, the risk is coming all the way back down because market makers short means they assist, but if you reject, they go right back down the other direction very quickly indeed. Robert says, thank you, I tried Bookmap and felt lost. Yeah, it's Bookmap is a little bit different. It's similar in the sense that Bookmap is kind of showing you these like resting orders, right? Like where are people like kind of, as far as my understanding of Bookmap, very basic because I don't use it, but my understanding is it's like where are things kind of resting and sitting? Where does it look like people are kind of populating orders? They can spoof it, they can do this and that, obviously. But I like this because it's like, you know what the behavior is, like what do they have to do? So if I know market makers are short this whole range, I like that. I like that they're short there because if I think we get a bid and I know we're broadly supported below, I can take a long from there and potentially look for 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe 20 to 25 points on ES. So if I took that in NQ, I bet you caught a move that was, let's see if we can pull that up side by side, right? Obviously it's a way different chart from a points perspective. Where are we at? My God. Yeah, if you took that same move, oops. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Let's do this. If you took that same risk and said, I'm going to go long from like, I'm guessing 740 is probably the equivalent of like 73.65 or so on ES, you're catching almost 300 point move. So you can use this with ES the same way that you can from NQ. Sorry, Daniel, that's like such a left field thing, so I'd have to go back and look at Friday. If I remember correctly on Friday, the situation was, if you look at my end of day review on Instagram, I mentioned that I was looking for a pin at 30. And then what happened is, or where I lost sight of the risk, was that you had a very tight straddle, but all the position, like looking at ES right here, on Friday, everything below that big long green bar was all red. So any selling at all, the risk was that they would sell further and harder and faster, which they did. So I was mad at myself that I didn't manage my risk a little bit better on my fly on Friday because of this same positioning. So that's the risk right now. If you got somebody that came in with a big enough sell, the selling begets more selling, begets more selling. You can fall right back through this range just as quick as you ramped up through it. So the risk today is that we don't have any of this nice big green bars the way that we do down below us up here to kind of pin against, where you're saying like, this is attractive to me, like I think we can settle here. If I reject, I have a balance to come back down to. I don't know that you can necessarily say that right now. So again, trying to long from here is probably a bit of a risk. If I was long, I'd have a pretty tight stop. I would be looking for something, maybe a 5-point stop is all, and just say I'm willing to give it this, or 10 points, depending on like what you're using, what position size you're taking. But for me on ES, missing that move, I am not now chasing it, even though I see the potential to go a lot higher. I am more worried about the risk of what if a sell comes in and you get some volatility. That means that this whole range that we just traversed can be given up just as quickly, right? What's up, Electra? Long off the bottom several times on MNQ today, and the TradeFi Cup is very unforgiving, violent, predatory at the lows. Got chopped up even with a few micros. Yeah, I think NQ is just, it's way more violent, but that's also like, to me on the day, had I not already been short and managing that short position, I would have easily gone long the other direction from down here. Unfortunately, guys, whether you know this or not, if you've attended before any of my streams, I actually work full time. So like, I am not super, super, super active. That's why I tend to like take my trade and let it run through those zones that I have highlighted. I have my take profits and I'm good for the most part. So I am not like micromanaging my trades all day long, and I'm not just like constantly sitting here. I'm a little more like Jake in that regard, where I let things work out. I have my plan, I trade my plan. You don't see me kind of getting all ham with it, going back and forth all day long. But really hard to argue with the momentum right now. You're getting some vol crush, right? We had some volatility come in. We had a little release of that. And up we go, right? Because that's the other thing about this dealer short positions is they accelerate volatility. But volatility exists both sides, right? That's why there's call skew and put skew. So one thing that you can do is you can look at in your broker, in your option chain, is you just pick a strike anywhere in the option chain that's within the range of the day, right? What is the straddle? It's a 30-point straddle. Pick a strike somewhere 30 points either side of the opening print, right? And you just watch that all day long. You watch the call skew and the put skew. Is the put skew expanding as we go lower? Or is it actually like tapering off? And is call skew picking up as we move lower? That's generally a sign of like, where are things shifting, right? And you only have to look at the one strike. You don't have to look at every strike in the chain. You can just kind of use that as a proxy to say, hey, as we're moving into the low of day, is the put skew actually persisting, or do I see it going the other way? Do I see call skew starting to get bid up a little bit? There's simple things you can do without having to have the market maker information necessarily, and just say like, hey, as we're approaching this level, this rake level, how are things shaping up? Like there are things, simple things you can do that are available to you in your broker to keep an eye out for. Post the after London close data screenshot in the Discord before the stream starts. Yeah, Matterman, I can work on that moving forward. Sorry about that today. But yeah, as far as in the Discord, guys, if you're wondering what that is or what we're referencing, we do have a premium Discord that you can join if you want like more kind of through the day updates for when I'm not on stream. And with that, you will be able to see myself, Jake, Joel, Ron G, Groove, Mullet. We've got other guys in there. There's a good community. You have access to the mastermind program if you're unfamiliar with that. That is the program that Jake led, that myself and Ron and Alan and Christian, all of the hosts, we all started with. It's how we learned the system. It's how we kind of found this community. And I am active in there. But again, you have access to those course materials, number one. That's the best value for joining. But if you want access to something like me and others, you will get it there. Now, what did we say about covering 73.90? What's the expectation from covering that big dealer short position? We should probably get a strong move higher, right? And it looks like we were doing that now. Sorry guys, 1 second. But as far as when we were talking about the explosive move, the momentum, this is what you would be wanting to see. So that same arrow, if we cover 73.90, the expectation is we should at least be testing 74.05. And if we cover that, it's really easy to think that we can come up and test much higher, right? You're getting vol crush. You're seeing VIX go down pretty quickly. The floor is below us, right? We know where the support is. We know that this 73.70 is a really strong floor. The odds of us selling down into this are very low. It's basically grind and chop sideways around it, or you get the lift. And we are 100% getting that lift right now. So if anybody took longs, you are being rewarded. Again, I unfortunately was not. I was trading my Grand Cup account today and had a very unfortunate resting order out there that I was not aware of. That wasn't canceled, so I am not currently in anything. My Gold Cup account is likely kaput, despite being inside the top 200 to start the day, so that is hugely frustrating, as you can imagine. But, you know, that's why we have funded accounts that actually pay us real money today, so let's see. I will not be doing the pre-market stream any longer, no. Unfortunately, just with time, guys, and what we had seen with like regards to how many people were actually joining those pre-market streams, it just was not like a good use of time, I guess is how I would say it. There we go. Oh my god, that was pissing me off. Anyway, but yeah, guys, if you want to look at like where you could have longed pretty much at any point today on ES and essentially had good like R to R from the market maker positioning standpoint, on NQ you could have easily taken those same trades and given yourself like a 20 to 40 point stop depending on, you know, what size you were using, and really banked. So there's a lot of potential in this to trade both NQ and ES when they line up. Need to learn to hold a position. Love the combo of rates levels your system here, but need to hold my winners. Adam, I think it's just about knowing with your plan, what were you planning for? Were you planning to trade to this spot and trim, or trim 3/4 and hold one runner? I think the thing where you get FOMO about like not holding well too is like you see it move after, but you were so focused on like cutting at this spot for this reason. If that was your plan, then you are fine, right? There's no risk beyond that, because that's what you planned for, right? If you plan to trim at this spot, then you did what was in your plan. That's a success. If you want to leave one runner to say, I'm not confident it gets past here, but I want to leave something on just in case, right? Then you do that. You have something for that. But holding a position is all about managing your expectations and not looking at the P&L and saying, what am I trading from my plan on the chart? What's telling me that this is why I'm cutting here? Whether that's my information, like knowing where there's some positioning that might slow things down, or say it's less likely to move beyond here, right? Or you're looking at something, you know, like, oh, that's a failure to go higher. I'm not confident we're going to get continuation now. I'm going to move my stop up to the previous higher low, or whatever the case may be on a different time frame. It's entirely your ability to manage your emotions and trade your plan, right? But a lot of people have a hard time holding longer because they're so wrapped up in the P&L, or like they're putting that money towards something that they see in the P&L. They just want to secure profit because they see that green and they're worried they're going to give that profit away. That's why it matters to have a plan and understand when you're going into it, when will you pivot from that plan, right? I'm taking 3/4 off here. I'm taking half off here. I'm okay giving up X profit if it comes back to me here because I'm looking for this extension. If I get the move I think or that I planned for, I will hold more for this move, but I will take X profits at this spot, right? So for me, if I was long on this move, if I was willing to risk 10 points, I'm looking to at least get the 20-point move, because this was the range I was looking for. If I was 5, I'd be looking for the same 20-point move. Like, the range is the range. I was looking for a test at 90. If we cover 90, I know we can at least get to 405. So I could easily cover most here and just let that one runner get me here. And anything beyond this, I just put my stop right at this like 95 balance. So it's still over my first trim, but it gives me room to potentially catch the rest of this if it goes, right? Yeah, I mean, I know Jake said it on his stream before too. I don't want to toot my own horn and all this stuff. Oh, somebody at my door. What the hell? Sorry guys, 1 second. This is why we have cameras on our houses, right? Let's see if I need to actually go answer that door. All right. But yeah, as far as managing risk goes, and what I was going to say about tooting my own horn, the way that Jake said it before is like, this is my system. I know the system. I use the data available to me to make data-informed decisions. If I know that there's a reaction mechanically that market makers have to take based on the positioning data, I'm making a pretty knowledgeable bet on probability, right? I'm increasing the odds of certain things being more probable and less probable for others, right? So if you have access to this positioning data, you have an edge. If you know how to effectively leverage that edge in your risk management, you can kind of get better odds of certain moves working out for you than others, right? You're placing a better bet than other people may be able to place, right? Because when you really boil it down, what's up, Disciplined? When you really boil it down, what you have access to is like, where are most of the bets being placed in the market? And are market makers either going to help that bet come true, or are they going to resist it from coming true, right? So if everybody and their mom took bets that they are long, they want calls all the way up the ladder, right? Market makers at a certain point kind of fundamentally have to assist them to make that move. So the same reason that we're getting this little squeeze move here, right? Market makers are assisting that move. But what we also know is if it runs out of steam and somebody comes in and sells, they are going to assist the sell. So our edge is in knowing, let's say you don't believe in this move, right? Oh, they're going to give this up. Where would the balance be? Where is it going to fall back to, most likely, given what we know? 73.70. This is the strongest support you have on the day. This whole range here only gets stronger as time moves on. But what that also means is if you can't hang on up here and there's any selling pressure at all and volatility perks up just even a little bit on that selling, this is really tenuous. This is a not strong support. This whole range can be taken away like that. You have edge in that information. So if you don't believe that this move up is going to sustain, you could place a really cheap options bet, right? You could throw like just a put for like anywhere in this range on SPX or SPY or XSP, the Qs, whatever you want to use, right? And you can literally say like, I'm betting that this fails, and if it does, I think it will have to fail all the way back to somewhere in this range. Because you know how they're positioned, right? And sometimes that positioning changes. That is true. But that's like why I said I pay attention to the pre-market and post-London close. So after London close, I'm looking to see like where might we pin up against. Right now on the back of this momentum, it's really hard not to think that we don't try to extend a little higher and test the top of this range, test yesterday's close, right? We're back in yesterday's range now. What positionally looks attractive to me? I'm probably thinking of something along the lines of like, 74.20, right? And can we just kind of get stuck up there? Can we be supported up there? But if we reject right here at 74.05, for example, and we don't hang on to 73.95 or 73.90, most importantly, I'd be really worried about coming all the way back down closer to 70, right? So just making those informed decisions off of data as opposed to just like some hypothetical line sometimes, right? So then you add things like you consider it and just say, well, I already use this system over here. I already use the rake levels, right? Why do I think this level here at 87 is more important now? If you use what I use, why is that an important level? Because I know the risk now associated with 73.90, right? I have a little background information that nobody else has. So there's a lot of value in this. But yeah, as far as calling that squeeze move here, if we cover 90, we should expect 74.05 with the potential to go to 20.25. If you guys are just joining the stream, we pretty much called that at the stream start, essentially. What's up, Jake? Thanks, man. Yeah, guys, if you guys are enjoying this information, this education, if you're liking what you see, please hit the like button, that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, help us grow, help us stay here longer. And, you know, onwards and upwards. We'll have a lot of opportunities in the future to do some really cool things if we can get you guys to support the channel. The other thing I would draw attention to is I know we got the Grand Cup going on right now with Tradeify. Is really cool. I'm salty about that for obvious reasons. But Funded Futures Family has a killer 50% off deal that Jake was able to secure on their account. So that's Funded Futures Family. If you guys want to check them out, we have some links that we can share. And I think today, I'll probably leave it to Christian to do the giveaway. So if you guys stick around for Christian's stream, there is going to be a discount for Tradeify for a 50K growth account today. So we will go ahead and get that for you guys at the end of this afternoon stream or sometime during Christian's stream, because I am not going to be able to stick around too much longer today. About 30 more minutes and I'll have to get off, but then Christian takes over and can see you guys through on that end. But regardless of what prop account or firm you guys like to trade, if you want to use code RAKE or code RT, you will get the best available discount. You can be sure of that. And if you do that, that helps support the channel, obviously. Meatwad, what's up? The data chart, this is just it's market maker positioning, guys, is what I use. But it's like it's an indicator that I coded myself, and it's pulling data from a data provider. But what I do is I use this to kind of speak to you guys about my trading plan and how I formulate it. But Victoria is asking, what's my target for NQ here? I mean, the gap is pretty much filled already, right? I think it goes without saying you could probably get another 60 points easy. I don't remember exactly what the correlation is between 20 points of ES versus NQ. I think 10 points of ES is like 30 points of NQ. So like I said, maybe 60 more points. I'm not 100%. Gordito, you know, sizing, man. But SPX, if you're... Honestly, guys, I know a lot of people like to trade SPY, and that's fine. I would rather trade XSP. It's cash settled just like SPX. It's a slightly less powerful multiplier, but I just like that it moves closer to a SPX points correlation, and you can play spreads and stuff off of it a little easier than dealing with SPY with it being an ETF. So that is something I would think about. But yeah, guys, as far as kind of the plan coming in on the day, if you guys are new here, number one, thanks for being here. But number two, what I like to do is I draw these kind of ranges on the day. And I say, like, what are the opportunities for me within that range? So I'm sure there's a lot on my screen and you guys are like, what are all these arrows and all this stuff? But this is essentially saying, like, if market makers are the red bars, they're short, they have to support the move and the momentum, whether it's up or down. So what we're looking for are areas or ranges of balance where they know they support us if we fall, which I think is quite clear on the evidence today, right? I'm going to move the rake levels, but even then, just really quick to the point here. The blue lines are the rake levels, the mastermind levels, okay? And the green and red bars are where market makers are positioned. If they're short, it's momentum. If it's green, it means they are resisting the momentum. So if it's green overhead, they're slowing things down. The more of it there is, the more powerful the reaction is. The more minis they are selling against you or buying to support you. But the red areas are where you can move really quickly with momentum. So if you know where those ranges are, where those opportunities lie, and how it could go, you can make some really strong bets and have really tight risk given that information. So coming in on the day, I had an upper range here, I had a small range here, and a small range here inside of this bigger one. And why is that? Because the positioning said anything below here is going to be supportive. It will be really, really hard for us to sell through those areas because market makers are so long, right? So why do you think we kind of ground and chopped around where the dealers were buying the most? They were dampening volatility. They weren't letting us actually fall through the floor, even though there was a big red bar here and some smaller ones down here. Broadly speaking, there was so much work for them to do to actually sell all the way through this. Market makers were just buying futures that whole time. They were just buying and buying and buying. And because the selling wasn't strong enough to overtake that buying, eventually we got over the top of that range, we held it, and we got some momentum through all of these red bars where market makers are short. Which means if the momentum carries you through one, then the next one gets a little easier because you've already got the momentum from here. And if you cover a big one like this, it only assists you. That's what they call a squeeze. When you hear about a gamma squeeze, guys, that is what happens. You move through these regions incredibly quickly. Market makers are turning the other direction. They are buying with the momentum. The same thing would happen if we got a really nasty sell. You would fall through this so rapidly because the selling volatility, the momentum of that sell would carry you really swiftly through those ranges. So if you know where those ranges are, you can make really, really great plans and great trades. So the same reason I was short this morning, again, this is what the current positioning looks like after the London close. If I show you the pre-market, this might make these ranges make a little more sense to you, right? But look at what changed. Those were just tiny little areas for us to fall through, which is why I was looking for shorts on rejections this morning, right? But also the same reason why even in the Discord I said, I don't think we go much lower. If we do, it's going to be choppy. But if we go long, I think you want to see this. We need to see some volatility come off, and you can really fly all the way back up through this region here, right? So if market makers were short from 73.50 all the way to 7,400 basically after the open, after London closed, this is why I think I even called in there. I said, I'm looking at a 73.55 SPX, which is right here, 73.75 ES, to a 73.70 call spread. Why? Because that is the range that if you got some momentum, you would fly through. And then because this was the biggest dealer short, that means that's the most momentum they're going to give us. And there's really nothing bigger in the way except for 74.05 here. And up we go. So there's every reason to think we can actually get to this little balance that opens the door to this upper range. Do I think we explode through this? No. But I think we can at least get to here before the end of the day, right? We have momentum. The concern is what happens if that momentum goes away and we fall back from where we came. But I think the only real risk for me where I would be looking to say like I'm a little concerned is if somehow we got back down under 95 and we rejected that or failed to hold 73.95 on ES. That's where you start going, we might sell all the way back down to 73.50 on SPX or 73.70, 75 area. Okay? But that is the basics of this system. But I think you guys can see, like even just drawing shapes, does it make sense to you guys? Like I'll just remove all the zones. If you were just looking at shapes and you said, if I know that red makes things go faster, the direction of we're already traveling, doesn't it make sense that you would say that? And if I cover this strike, I probably go up here and so on, right? And then the risk is if I can't stay over 73.95, where do I probably end up? It's just real simple, right? At least it's simple to me. I don't know how much more simple it can get. But if you guys want to know why we're exploding in one direction, does that not make sense? I want to post that like meme from that Bird Box movie or whatever it was. Can you see? Can you see what's in front of you? I mean, like, my God. People always ask, how do you use this? Fucking A, man. Where could a gamma squeeze happen? Is there really edge in that, Mitch? I don't know. What the fuck are you looking at? Jesus Christ. No offense. But like, I hear so much skepticism around this stuff, and it's like, do you want to know how the market moves? Do you want to know why you get an explosive 300-point move in NQ that doesn't look back? Hello? Fuck's sake. Look at that. Couldn't have written it any better. We literally called this like little 15, 20-point pump at the start of the stream, purely on the basis of if you cover 90, we are likely going straight here. Bad Gamma Jamma. Yeah, I mean, that's the nickname. I gave it to myself, honestly, but it was fitting, right? All right, but here we go. Are we going to get the extension? Are we going to go for 74.25? At this point, you'd be hard-pressed to not think we get there. We still, this means we have upside bids to the tune of a 20-point straddle right now. It is pricing in higher. It is pricing in up here. That test is being priced in the market right now on the options chain. Right? But the risk is the risk. The risk is falling back. If you get a rejection and you cannot hold right about here, you can come all the way back down in the blink of an eye. Right? So we are betting that we are trying to get up and stuck right around here. If we can cover and kind of get pinned right in this little range right here, this little range right here, that's like your best case scenario right now. You could be super horny and say, no, Mitch, my best case is actually we finish at 74.70 today. Well, good luck to you. I'm trying to be a realist and trade what's in front of my face, but you cannot argue with the effectiveness of the market maker positioning. I refuse to believe there is no edge in this. That is so blatantly obvious. Every day this shit happens. That's what drives me nuts is like, you have a pre-market plan. I draw these little ranges. If this, then this. I don't know how you can't make money off of that. I don't even have to hit the button for you. You could literally just say, if this, then this, and put a trade on for it. You might lose, but if you define your risk right, more often than not, you have at least 3 or 4 potential trades in a day that are going to make you money. Whether you're targeting a 10-point range, you want the whole 40 points. I mean, literally, 30, 40, with the potential to make it a 60-point day. Like, what else do you want? If you're trading this on NQ, like we said before, if you took the long off of where the ES support was on the day into the lows, you could have taken that first wick and given yourself a 5-point stop. What is that on NQ? It's a fucking 400-point move, damn near. I don't know, man. It's not confusing. You don't even have to know the Greeks. You just have to know, are dealers long or are they short? And what does that mean to me? What should I expect to happen? If there are more longs below than there are shorts below, and there's more gap, there's more air, there's more range for me if we catch a bid, what's the harm in being bullish? Whether it's a spread, a naked call on SPX. Ask Gordito in the chat. Ask Gordito what he's done on SPX on limited size of contracts in the last 3 weeks. The guy was able to get out of the PDT rule on cash account. 25K plus in profits on SPX on limited risk. It can be done. There he is. And a top fan for good measure. Yeah, guys, if you have questions on this stuff, that's why I'm here, right? Every day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 12:30 Central, 11:30 or 12:30 to 1:30 Eastern, right? You could not have more available to you, whether it's me, whether it's Jake, Christian, Alan, Ron. You have people showing you what works for them, giving you education on things you probably never heard about before, right? Most people hear the word gamma or Greeks and the glaze comes over their eyes. But if you can see how easy it is to leverage and make informed decisions, I don't know why you wouldn't pursue it. But that's just me. Indeed, Gordito. It really is one of those things. If you can define your risk around a plan and you can trade that plan and not deviate from that plan unless there's something that changes it, winning trades are available to you. If this happens, then this happens. If it doesn't, then I'm looking for this to happen. If I see the thing I thought would happen, then I see the thing I expected to happen, I'm going to execute my trade unless this happens and then I'm out of my trade. Or I'm considering a different trade, right? If, then, unless. If ES holds 73.55 into the strongest support on the day, then I am putting on a 5-point to 10-point stop, targeting the top of that range. If it covers that range, I'm letting my runners go to test the very top of that range. 50 points later, holy shit, we got a winning trade. I will not sell this indicator, Gandhi, because it relies on somebody else's data, right? Somebody else's service is how I get that gamma information. I am just putting it on this chart to have a way to visualize it in TradingView. That's it. So I will not be selling it. I'd probably get sued if I did. So I'm not trying to do that with a little cheap TradingView indicator you can make on your own and Claude in 5 minutes. So I'm not trying to be a jerk about it, but like unfortunately, it's not my data that it's built off of, so I can't. I don't think I could sell it if I wanted to, right? Let's see. Got a quick question. Why is the market at all-time highs essentially, but VIX is still high in the 18 to 20 range? I don't even know what an order block is. That's so Caleb, but you know who does is Christian, and he's coming up in just a few minutes. So save that question for him, and I think he can cover the ICT thing that is an order block. I do not even know what that means. So you will have that answer. But to answer the question about market at all-time highs and why VIX is still high, it's about volatility of volatility, right? And when you are moving higher and there is no skew to say the puts being purchased because people are buying protection below or speculating that the market will pull back, but it actually just keeps getting bid higher and higher, skew got so one-sided that you literally saw something that was a phenomenon in the sense of like just how out of whack skew was relative to the move we were seeing. They actually just kept speculating higher and higher. So the more that they were selling calls and pushing things to the upside and there wasn't enough speculation down below, you were actually seeing that vol kind of skew the wrong direction essentially. So it was a spot up, volatility up market. And what's interesting is you will probably still see that happen, right? We have gone up in one shot how many points on ES and SPX in the last 30 minutes, right? Or 1 hour. But vol hasn't really dropped. VIX is still hanging around 18. And at the upside today, VIX was 1830. So we haven't really sold off much on VIX. We just had a VIXpiration, right? Ahead of the VIXpiry calendar is a little goofy, so I don't want to get into the weeds too much on that, right? As I'm about to jump off stream, right? But there is this idea that we need skew to reset, and we don't have enough people buying speculation to the downside, buying protection, putting hedges on for a pullback to counter how much of that is happening as we move up. So there's this weird spot vol correlation where if we pull back in the market, you'll see volatility go down. If we keep going higher right now, we're probably going to see volatility stay bid. Because vol and VIX has different tenors, right? You've got cash VIX right now, which is a 30-day look ahead. You've got VIX futures. You've got the 9-day VIX. You've got the 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4, 5, 6 month out VIX. It's a curve. So we can cover that in a future education session. I think we'll actually maybe do that on a Saturday for people who are unfamiliar with volatility and how that all is correlated, especially with regards to VIX futures, and SPX, because a lot of people have it twisted and they get really confused. Like, well, the market's going up, but volatility and VIX keeps going up. Why? Well, there are reasons, but we'll get into that on a different call and we can cover that in more detail. But for everybody that is on here now, the gamma indicator I am using, Ray, is a proprietary thing. It is mine. I am not selling it because it relies on someone else's information. If you guys want, I will start on future streams. I will have a banner and I will show you guys the different services that you can pay for. They are not cheap. Most of them are $250 a month or higher for the best. I use VS3D. They have a 7-day free trial. There's options depth. There's spot gamma. Unusual Whales has Periscope. Quant data. There's Gamma Edge is another one that does it a little differently. They look from the customer perspective, not the market maker perspective. But, you know, tomato, tomato, what have you. Anyway, guys, I think I actually will do a giveaway today. So if you guys bear with me here 1 second, this is going to be for a 50K Tradeify growth account. And just give me 1 second so I can get this giveaway ready. What we're going to do here is get this going. Ooh. Did I disappear? Oh my God. I just about messed that up right before the giveaway. Can you believe it? So bear with me here. Again, this will end up being a $50K Tradeify growth account. And just because I appreciate you guys so much, for all of your great questions. We will do this on a manual timer. And what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and hit exclamation point enter. Gmald, I did actually, not from the bottom, but more about that 7390. But go ahead and hit exclamation point enter in the chat. We will give this a minute to run. Okay, and when we are done, I will close it here in 2 minutes, 12:28 p.m. I will close it. And we will give that away. And what I'll have you guys do is find me on Instagram. Okay. The other thing I would say is, as we're looking at the chart here, the risk is all of that negative positioning. And if we, I want to say 73, I want to say right here, the 7400, 7395 on ES, that is your risk spot. If you give that up, you are in danger of giving that entire move back. So proceed with caution if you guys are long. Move those stops up a little bit tighter. I really don't know how much more you have to be excited about for moving up. Maybe another 10 points, 15 at best, unless we just keep on squeezing, which would be absolutely wild, not out of the realm of possibility, but I advise extreme caution. Okay. But again, guys, just pay attention here really quickly to the chat. I'm going to put my Instagram handle in there. I want you to DM me if you are the winner. So look at that Insta in the chat. And if you win, here in one more minute when I close the drawing, I will have you DM me on Instagram to retrieve that code, okay? Tala, sometimes it just takes a minute to register. So I don't know if it gets spammed so heavy that like it's delayed with catching up, but hopefully, yeah, I saw Matterman just got his ticket, so I think it should start showing up for you guys. And again, if you guys please like the stream, like what we covered today, had an edge, found something that jived with you, whether it was on the chart, strategy, psychology, please like the stream. Give us a thumbs up on that YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe. If you want to know more about what I do, you can find me on Instagram. That was just linked in the chat. I am in the Rake Trades Premium Discord, which I think has the discount going away soon. So if you want 50% off a month of that and you want to join us there, get the mastermind program, all that fun stuff. The Rake Trades level indicator, more about me, what I do, or others, you can join us at the link I just shared as well. So there you go. All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and we are going to wrap up on the giveaway so we can get Christian started, who is probably like, dude, why are you messing with my stream? Trading Engineer CO, you are the winner. Please DM me on Instagram. Trading Engineer CO, can you ping me in the chat so I know that you got it? Awesome, thanks Trading Engineer. Happy to hear it. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of the way here in just a minute. I'm going to just confirm that Lomeli is ready to go. I don't know if the music's too loud for you guys, but I am jiving with this one. This is an old throwback song of mine. I love it, I love it. California Poppy for all of you house people. David Douglas, check it out. Big fan. All right, guys, make sure you ping me. I just want to make sure, Trading Engineer, did you see my Instagram? Are you good with that? If not, check that out right there, and I will keep an eye out. Again, guys, for me, on the basis of positioning, before I hand it over to Christian, I think there is the potential 20-point straddle. If we get over 74.30, 25.30, you see the arrows, you know what we could do. My concern is where is our balance going to be? So on the basis of kind of finishing the day out with charm, if we can kind of get another pop, another 10 to 15 points, that's probably going to say we pin around this, like, yeah, 74, 20, 25. This might end up being your balance right here. So if you can cover that and get a push higher, you can settle back down into this spot. But if we keep squeezing, obviously you guys know where to look for. But if you caught the bottom, if you caught this long that we talked about, just trade safe from here. Be smart. Tighten up that stop. MM15, Preme. MM15, the last one, the best one. Anyway, guys, appreciate you for being here. I'm going to pass it off to Christian, and good luck rest of the day. Hopefully this was helpful. If not, you've got Christian next. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
What is everyone doing, chat? Let's see, experimenting with new scenes here. So this is one of them to begin with, as we let people trickle in here. Papa Joe, my guy, what up, what up? What up, big dog? How's it going? You take anything this morning or no? We'll get on the charts right now, but just letting people trickle in here for PM. Yes, sir. You know, summer's coming, so these tank tops are gonna become a normal. Lomeli, what up, RJV? Lomeli, Lil Pump. Hi, Virginia, Lomeli, my guy. What up, Adam? Victoria, how's it going, Victoria? Rough day for me yesterday, but took a small win today. Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, price action hasn't been the cleanest given the 4 hour, but fortunately I've been green both sessions AM for me, but it has been tricky. Yo, what up, what up? I'm letting people trickle in here before we get into the quick little breakdown and yeah, get into the charts. But yesterday for PM session, I did have a high conviction on that level, which I kept bringing up over and over again, which was a 742. Today, we literally tapped it and are reacting away from it. So yeah, let's see if we can, now my bias coming into the session would be bullish, right? And I'll break down exactly why. Oh shit, my chart's not even on. Let me get on the charts. YouTube A scene. So yeah, so what I was saying was yesterday's level that we kept bringing up time and time again was that same level, right? The 742, which I had high conviction on, and I said you could come back to this video and it more than likely will get hit. So that's nice to see. Now going into the session, I'll walk you guys through why my bias is now flipped bullish. But let's see. What's up, Brian, my boy? You take anything AM? No. Paper handed my ES logs with Mitch, but we still grin. Bro, yeah, we've been having a nice rally. This whole time I was at the gym, we had a nice rally. Let's see what we do. We just took out London highs, and I'm anticipating a pullback. But again, letting people trickle in here before I get into the breakdown. What up, broski? I met you at the summer meetup last summer. What up, broski? I met you at the summer meetup. What summer meetup were you at? I did a handful. Was it the New York one or Costa Rica in the house? Let's go for the boys. Great morning. You live in Costa Rica? Haven? Solid shit this morning. Yeah, hell yeah, G. You caught those shorts? Alex is the friend I'm helping with trading, and he's been following along, and he's been doing good. Started using the new week opening gap and new day opening gap, and it's so clutch. Got some big moves in Asia off of it. Fuck yeah, it's a pretty it's a pretty skip ad. It's a pretty powerful, I wouldn't even say tool. It's a pretty powerful, I guess, level you could trade off of, right? And like right now, currently we're at the new week opening, or not new week, new day opening gap, which is this blue rectangle, which serves as like areas of support and resistance. So it's I'm glad you're liking it. Cash today, brother. Fuck yeah. Might take something with you this PM though. Yeah, PM's looking good, especially with this displacement, as I like to see. First, where was it? Monday. Yeah, basically in the last hour, we've taken out price action that has been essentially in a range since yesterday AM. So this whole week, in the last hour, we've taken out action that has been in a range for hours and hours and hours. The rake trades meetup in NYC. Oh, okay, fire from May. Yeah, I have to get a name to the face, but yeah, I shook a lot of hands in that New York meetup. A lot of fucking hands. Yeah, I live in Costa Rica. I checked that you was over here a few weeks ago. Yeah, I was there for a little bit over 2 weeks. A little bit over 2 weeks, a little bit under 3 weeks, and I loved it. I'm gonna for sure go back. What'd you hit at the gym? I hit today I did legs. And yeah, as I was saying yesterday, I messed up. We'll get into the charts here, but what I am looking for, just for those waiting for actual chart breakdowns, is some sort of pullback. But yeah, I messed up my knee. I tweaked my knee a little bit. It was already kind of off, and I tweaked my knee. So today I did a whole bunch of calf raises, and then I did. I just went on ChatGPT and asked for rehab. I guess rehab exercise I could do, and it's weird because it doesn't. It hurts, but it's not crippling, if that makes sense. So it's a weird feeling. Leg day is the best day. Fuck yep. Hell yeah. Yeah, I actually enjoy leg days. Yo, what do you think about the short on NASDAQ at 10 a.m. New York time? 1 minute IFPG. I didn't take it because I didn't like how slow it moved, but interesting. Yeah, I posted my the trade I did take on my Instagram. And I think it's the same trade you're talking about, which is the trade I took this morning was, again, it's posted on my Instagram. Trade I took was, I was hawking it in this area. At this area, I was hawking it because we were at, bro, I keep talking about premium and discount, and look how, just take the range high to range low. We retrace to what, chat? OTE at discount. Now, take the leg, this leg of the pullback. Oh shit. This leg. What do we retrace into? Oh shit, sorry, I'm tripping, chat. That leg, right? What did we retrace into? OTE of that leg. So although price wasn't the best, I do think that my conviction was high at this area for shorts. And I was waiting for that change in state slash inverse, which we got here. And this little fair value gap here, right there. So I was waiting for that, and we got it right there. And I just literally target prior week low. Again, this was posted on my Instagram. If you guys want to go back to watch it, but yeah, I took that one, and that was it for me. I hit the gym at early. I was done pretty early today, but nice banger trade. Also hit legs today. How many times? Wait, hold on. What's your IG? I can send you a picture. I got you. My IG is Instagram at Lomeli. How many times do you lift a week, bro? What's your weekly split? As of lately, I switch off. I go through periods where I run a lot. I go through periods where I do a lot of like body weight stuff. I go through periods where I do a lot of I go through yes sir, this is the time. I go through periods where I do a lot of body weight stuff. I go through periods where I do weightlifting. As of lately though, I've been doing a lot of so I'll do push essentially one day, push pull legs, and then on Thursdays I'll do a Murph. I mean, this week I won't be doing that shit because my knee hurts, but I'll do that Murph workout, and then Friday I'll do arms essentially, and then I'll have Saturday and Sunday off. But yeah, it's pretty 5 days a week, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, man. Yeah, bro, everything seemed perfect right into discount, but it took so long to inverse, so I guess I should have taken the risk because at the end of the day, it doesn't work there. Yeah, one thing I realized, Adrian, is that price is never going to be picture perfect. So waiting for that picture perfect setup will more than likely have you missing a lot of setups. So for me, I noticed that even if it's in my area of interest and gives me an entry model, no matter how ugly or cute it looks, I'll take it. Of course, there's like there's outliers, but for the most part, I don't care if it's pretty or if it's if it looks ugly. I'm still willing to take it so long it meets my criteria. OTE, yeah. So OTE means like it's at discount. So if I have this fib, so OTE would be the 0.62 to 0.79 of a range, right? So for example, if again, chat, we'll hop into charts here shortly, but yeah, I'm waiting for a pullback. So if we get like say we get this leg, this leg, this leg, right? I would wait for price to get into that OTE area for a potential higher low to then take a trade off of, right? That's all it is. It's like short abbreviations for like optimal trade entry, I believe, but it works. It works. Hope you're doing, my boy MES Polar Bear. Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, that the one. Yeah, I see. Okay, fuck yeah. Yeah, I think it was a good take, honestly. I think if you took it, it was great. And I also look at individual bar by bar analysis. So during that time, Adrian, check this out. During that time, bro, look at the 15 minute. The 15 minute closed how it did. Do you think this looks bullish? And if it, for me, the answer is no. So already aligning that, I go on the 5 minute. The 5 minute got a low was getting a low too. So essentially, this is from price bar by bar. This is where I think I do use what Jake teaches, which is we got a low 1, high 1, low 2. So all of this is like confirming into what I already am looking at. And I do this subconsciously. I'm not really thinking about it, but looking at the 15-minute closure, the hourly, how the hourly was looking to close, and how the 5 minute was getting a low 2. This was, in my opinion, it was A+, no matter how price action was looking at the time. So yeah. Let's see. Does Lomeli actually hit legs when he has chicken legs? I would admit though that I do need to hit more legs, but I don't think I have chicken legs. What do you think of upper body every other day? Upper lower every other day? I think that's solid. Yeah, I think it's solid. So long, I think this is what I noticed. So long you're consistent, doesn't matter what you do. Yeah, I do think that I was looking at QQQ swings into FOMC and later in the week. Just given that everything's aligning for me, which is the weekly got to pull back into that fair value gap. And again, FOMC can take it off, but if I do take it, it's take QQQ swings into Friday. It's under the idea that we are going to take out. It's, I guess, a speculative play given FOMC comes out tomorrow, but it's also a technical play. So willing to put out the risk. But yeah, given we're at a weekly fair value gap, the daily took out a swing low, 4 hour got a reaction off that low, and the hourly got a change in state with displacement. We inverted that bearish gap. We have this bullish gap here. So we'll see. Yeah, when 11 a.m. candle opens, I'm looking to see us tap into that area to then take a trade back into essentially Asia highs or overnight highs. But yeah, I agree with you. I do think it's looking good for this being the low of the week. Now, honestly, it's all dependent on that's on the technical side, but it's all dependent on the on FOMC, honestly, because FOMC is a fundamental driver. It's not so much technical, but I do believe on the technical side we are looking good, but
there's a million brands doing the same thing, but
the charts don't care what I think.
Shopify has helped me be more creative by allowing me the time
Let's see. Skip ad. Let's see. I'm dissecting every word. Thanks, my guy. Yeah, I think it's bar by bar. Look at if you're in need of like conviction, look at bars. Look how bars are closing, and free game here too is like, for example, if let's see. Just looking at the 4 hour, like say I was trading strictly on the 4 hour, right? And the 4 hour is going to close here right now. If I was short biased, would I be shorting this 4 hour candle, like the next 4 hour? If I was short, like that's a question for everyone, I guess, but more so for Adrian. Would I be shorting this 4 hour candle if my bias was short? Yeah, exactly, negative. So that's how I'm looking at time and the candle formation. Now, if the candle just opened, right, and we still had 4 more hours, then the candle can end up being all the way down here again, and I get an entry up here, then yeah, I'd maybe consider it if everything else is aligning. Forget about everything else, every time frame or whatever. This is just hypothetical. But I look at candle formations and what time they're in. So on the 15 minute, if we're already at minute 14 and the candle's closing bullish, pretend this is a 15 minute and the candle's closing like this already, I'm not shorting that because it's more bullish than bearish. Now, if this was the first minute of the 15-minute candle, I'd potentially be, and we had a good area of interest that I was looking at, kind of like you mentioned, right, in the morning, like an inverse fair value gap, then yeah, I'd be more open to shorting that because I know if I enter, I'm anticipating the candle to flip red and finish off bearish, right? So it's just, that's how I look at individual candlesticks with my overall trade thesis, if that makes sense. Would you want a lower high to form first? Yeah, I'm looking for a potential higher low essentially on the hourly to then zoom in into the 15-minute, 5-minute to then potentially get an entry. But we did get good strength. So yeah, hour. Yeah, I guess we'll hop into the charts here shortly. Let me just finish answering these questions. Facts, bro. Yeah, I see it too. Blow up top here. Possibility is real. As always, we will see. Yeah, what up, brother? Yeah, MS Polar, I agree. What up, brother? Elder Powers, what up, what up? Do you hardly trade Asia? Yeah, I'm trying not to trade Asia, honestly. I literally only started trading Asia after Project 365 started. That was literally on my screens every single day for literally all day. But I'm trying not to no more. Missed the pump, just bagged on shorts. I'm out. Let's watch Lomeli do his thing. APX, my guy. Fuck yeah, appreciate you. Missed the pump. You missed the pump, bagged on shorts. You bagged on shorts in the morning, I'm assuming? Negative. No. You shorted NQ at 8:34 with 2 minutes shaved both off at like 10 p.m. But man, I knew it would have gone. Should have held one, man. We learned. Yeah, if your conviction's high and your tape, you're a good way to drain that is literally what you just said right now. But it's harder with 2 because yeah, it's tough. But yeah, I would say if you have high conviction on something, try to hold at least runners and either move the others to break even and just to test that theory, you know? And then slowly but surely, you'll start kind of getting comfortable with holding. But on the flip side, the reason I kind of hesitated there was you only need a small move you need a small move every day and most of the job is done. From there on forward, it's just scaling. Hey, my boy Jerson, let's cook some longs. I didn't catch the longs after weekly. Just now at this high, bro. That daily is flipping green. We finishing up higher today. Yeah, I have a bullish bias going into the session. Okay, so let's hop into the charts here. Into the charts, similar to what I did yesterday, but just briefly outlook. I'm looking at weekly. The weekly, we have a bullish gap here on NQ, right? On the daily, again, like I keep bringing up, we got a swing low that got taken, and we are now respecting and rejecting that gap, right? So now, for the easy low-hanging fruit, the target would be 419.7, right? Why is that the target? It's a bearish gap, right? Inside premium of the range. So we take the swing low to swing high. It's also, again, bro, price is so fractal. OTE, the 0.62, 0.79 over discount over the 50%. Fair value gap. That's a target. That's the low-hanging fruit, right? So just for example purposes, low-hanging fruit. That's on the higher time frame. So now we zoom into what I consider like the medium time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour. The 4 hour rejecting off of this swing low, my area of interest for, or not area of interest, my targets for shorts tells me that we found support, right? For all we know, we could just completely dump. But for now, how the 4 hours looking, I'm leaning more towards the upside, right? Which the weekly, daily, and 4 hour, and also now 1 hour. That 1 hour, we took out London highs. Let me see, did ES take them? So ES did not take them, which is, yeah, man, major divergence between ES and NQ. Yeah, I guess the reason I stopped here is because we do have a bearish gap here. Bearish gap. And we just took out these swing highs and we created divergence. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Oh shit, I'm gonna spill my coffee again. Something to keep an eye out for, but let's see, let's keep rocking here. Yeah, let's see. Let's wait. Basically, what I'm waiting for is for the 4 hour to open, tap into that gap, the BPR. In that BPR, we have the inverse fair value gap. We have a bullish hourly fair value gap, and we have a 15-minute fair value gap, right? Which we have here. We have the hourly change in state, which we have here. And if we take premium discount, let's see if we sit around equilibrium. Not quite. We have equilibrium right underneath, but that's okay. Price will rebalance to a fair value gap and order block or equilibrium / discount. So in this case, we have a lot of PD arrays aligning or telling me that we could potentially reverse from that area. And it's an area of interest. It's not at an exact level. So yeah, in this area is where I would zoom into the 5 minute, the 1 minute to look for a potential trade idea or trade entry, I guess you could say. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing I'm not liking, chat, is how ES is slightly weaker, but overall higher timeframes are bullish. So I'm willing to try some longs here in this area if I get a trade entry model. Let's see. So yeah, I guess what I've been writing here now, I'll show you guys here, is, let me see, let's pop up my TradeZella. Okay, so here we go, chat. Weekly just tapped into the FEG, while daily took out lows at the order block. Premium of the range is a bearish FEG. Draw is 419.75 on NQ. 4 hours is a bit messy, but the reaction we got from the FEG on the weekly is good enough for my conviction higher. The hourly got a change in state alongside inverse fair value gap and an FEG. So that right there is a good area of interest, which is literally what I just mentioned, right? Something like that is what I would be looking for. And potentially I'm considering in that area taking some longs on option swings. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get, chat. But that's a rough game plan as to what I'm looking for here. Now I simply just wait and see how see if we get a deep enough retracement for me to participate. If not, all good. All good here. Ideally, I'd want us to close the hourly to close above that bearish gap, because that would mean we get an inverse on the hourly and a change in state on the hourly. Inverse and a change in state. Let me see. Use this one. Bet. Sorry, chat. I got a text from Jake. Bet. Sorry. But yeah, chat, how we doing, chat? Let's see. Lomeli, my dog, Jake. What up, my guy? Just answered your message right now. Let my boy, let's cook some longs. I didn't care. Okay, I just read that. Trump tweet crash? Bro, I wouldn't doubt it. I know you saw my stream and that risk of negative gamma behind the move up. Can we take it away? Take it all away. I'm writing one contract down, sold 4, already regretting it. Mitch called that shit too. He said, you got pushed over that highs or stall, we tanking hard. Don't tell me that now. Don't tell me that now. Llegó la raza. Manuel, what up, what up? Gamma Mitch is the GOAT, he knows it all. Fuck yeah. Now we know why he doesn't sell that indicator. For sure. What are you targeting, bro? That BPR zone is a long for sure. What are you targeting? It's so if I do get an area of interest, if I do get my area of interest and I take a long, I would just essentially be targeting that 188.5 level. And for my swings, if I do take swings, that would mean I would be targeting the low-hanging fruit up here. And if we get them, well, good. If overnight we gap over it and Yeah, for the swings, I'm more like hands off and just letting it do its thing, kind of like on a day-by-day basis. But yeah, for my intraday trade here, if we get a retest back into the range, I'd be willing to hold into Asia highs, essentially. Just that daily fair value gap. What do you mean, Jerson? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so that's where I think price is headed towards if structure holds how it is currently. That'd be the low-hanging fruit on the higher time frame, which hence is like the idea for my swing trade on QQQ calls. But intraday though, I'm not targeting all that. I'm literally just looking for a piece like this. Small, even smaller potentially. Chat, what up, chat? Luke, my guy. Fuck yeah. That okay? That's okay. That's okay, love. Fuck yeah, that's good, brother. Yo, what up, gang? Robert, my guy. Robert, you changed your, you got a profile picture now, my guy. Your picture used to be pink. Just a little bit. I appreciate you taking the time to break that down, but yeah, my guy Jerson. Yeah, no problem, for sure. Fucking, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, I figured out, bro. You look jacked. You look jacked, brother. Let's see. The 11 a.m. candle just opened, so and we literally just inverted that gap. So let's mark down the hourly here on ES. So this is the change in state. 1 hour change in state of delivering, which all it is a market structure shift. A 4 hour closed how it's looking essentially. 1 hour. Yeah, so that 1 hour is now my area of interest. The 1 hour fair value gap. More so would be that BPR area / change in state. How's a 15-minute look in here? 15-minute. 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, bullish, 5 minutes. Yeah, so now let's have the 5 minute open here. As we see here, the 5 minute is currently, I mean, not that it matters, right? I'm just literally reading price here with you guys. We're currently delivering bearish, delivering away from every single up candle on the 5 minute. So it's just something to notice. Something to notice here. Now, we did tap into the 15-minute gap, so price could potentially change there on the 5 minute and trade higher. But for now, let's see. Yeah, for now, currently delivering bearish here on the 5 minute. This is my area of interest down here, like I mentioned. So let's see, chat. OB, what up, my boy? Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it, brother. Manuel. Yeah, I think most of you guys would benefit from simply trading one session. Trading one session, that session being AM. And from there, every other session, just use it as like learning and screen time. Gotta love this, Noah. Appreciate you. A ver qué sale ahorita. I'm looking for shorts. Looking for shorts. Fuck yeah. I'm personally leaning a little bit more long biased, but or not a little bit. I am long biased into the session here, but we'll see. I'm here to observe, and yeah, we'll go from there. What up? What up? Good afternoon, ICT NGL Trades. What up, my boy? Not gonna lie, I've been catching the reversals on Asia to pre-London, bro. Yeah, bro. Honestly, Asia's been yeah. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying the fact that Asia has been moving well, especially last week and the week before that. Asia would literally just open and move. And I caught a handful, but what I'm getting at more so is the mental capital that you spend. Like for me, I think, like I said prior streams before, if I wasn't streaming, I would literally just trade from 6:30 to 8:30. Not look at screens for the rest of the day and just come back and review for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And the reason behind that is because the skill is learned, right? The skill is learned. Now the only thing left is scaling, right? Scaling the same trade. I can sit here and try to take, instead of taking 5 trades a week, I can sit here and try to look for 50, and I will find them if I stare in front of my screens. But for me, and I got this again from Umar, I'm here to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. And I think a lot of you guys should have that mentality to where you just trade one session, you trade one instrument, and you try to simply master that one trade, one setup, and scale, right? Once you have the skill, that's the hardest part. But again, a lot of you guys, again, that's why I keep coming back to you. You guys would benefit from screen time and putting in some time behind the charts. So, but as far as like actually executing and mental capital, right? Have one session. And I think for most of you guys, it should be AM session. That's where we get the cleanest moves, the most volume, right? And just overall, for the most part, more directional setups. And yeah, I do think that's kind of what I'm referring to. Shit, chat, how we liking them transitions? Fuck yeah. First time here. Fuck yeah, I hope you enjoy these streams, my boy. But yeah, I see you got ICT on the names. I do trade ICT predominantly, and currently, yeah, looking for a pullback into my area of interest. Yeah, exactly, Jerson. Yeah, brother, you're doing it perfect. Screen time, and I think backtesting is powerful, but what's even more powerful is essentially looking at screens without really putting risk on. I think that, and essentially kind of what you guys should be doing now, and with Project 365 is maybe having it on the side, maybe having the charts on one screen, and or even on the charts on your laptop and Power 365, Project 365 on your phone, and overall just trying to get a better understanding, right? The goal is never to follow. Is that 6:30 Eastern? 6:30 Eastern. For what? For what, OB? What up, chat? Valin, my guy. Appreciate this, bro. Easy to get lost in the charts, man. And what session? Yeah, bro. Honestly, bro, every single 133 of you in here, stick to only, if you can, stick to only trading one session. It's counterintuitive to everything you hear online, like, dude, but I genuinely believe, and this is, for me, I like to take advice from people doing it at a high level, and people doing it at a high level are not trading all day, right? They have a certain session which they stick to, and they just execute that session. Just like like I keep referring Umar. Umar was a good influence for me early on in that aspect. Then you got Market Wizards. Every single trader in that book trades different, but they all have the same process, the same trading windows, and the same systems and procedures that they go through every single day. But they're not trading all day, right? Oh, okay, so OB Asian starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, there you go. Oh, 6:30, sorry, from 6:30 my time. I'm in the West Coast, so 9:30, sorry, I should probably speak in Eastern terms. 9:30 Eastern to 11:30 Eastern is my bread and butter, where I like to focus on, where I like to put on risk on, and where I like to, essentially, I'm looking to scale that session with those trades, with those, parameters and rules, right? And I genuinely believe all you guys in here should do something similar. If you can't make it for AM session, stick to one, but have that be consistent. Because every session will trade differently, and this is the issue. As of the last 2-3 weeks, Asia has been amazing, right? But it's gonna slow down, especially when because again, I can't stress this enough. Like, this is not normal. The weekly, this isn't normal price action. What's normal is this. And if you guys were to go back to Asia session during all these times prior to Project 365, all these times here, everything here, Asia session is not directional and it's never fluid. During Asia session, you have more like playing the extremes, right? Buying the lows, selling at the first push up, or selling the highs and selling at the push down, because it's all it is rangy, tricky price action. Let's see. I missed the beginning. You catch some good trades. I did for AM session, and I posted that on my Instagram again. I caught the short here into that same level that we were talking about yesterday during a stream, which if you guys go back, you guys will hear me mention time and time again. That 742 was an area that I hate to say certain on, but I had high conviction on. That's a better word. I had high conviction on, and it just happened that today was the day where I executed on it. Or not that I executed. Today was the day that the trade played out, essentially. So this is a trade I took. After the invert, after the 1 minute change in state, after the 5 minute tapped into that bullish gap, after we retraced back to OTE, after the 15 minute took out these swing highs in that fair value gap, after we retraced to OTE of this leg, right? After the hourly respected that bearish order block, after the 4 hour was respecting that, I guess you could say, order block. So everything was aligning, and of course the weekly and daily, you guys know that that bias, right? So overall, good setup in the morning. Yeah, I used to love Asian. Catching them longs on gold, man, was easy. Yeah, that's another thing, right? You're gonna have seasons where different instruments and different different instruments trade in a trend. Currently, it is NQ and ES, whereas in a couple months ago it was the metals, right? Gold, silver. Methodic, my guy. How's it going? You got done with your meetings? Yeah, fuck yeah, Robert. Yeah, that level was literally as soon as we tapped it, we are now exploding away from it. Solid shit, brother. Fuck yeah. Bro, how'd you deal with the morning chop to weekly FVG? I don't think, honestly, for me, I think I avoid a lot of chop coming into the morning with areas of interest, right? Versus other traders, they look at every single, because this fair value gaps and order blocks have to be in the right context for them to work. Otherwise, you're just looking at everything and seeing everything. Like, for example, if I didn't have my area of interest here, I'd be looking at this inverse, at this 15-minute gap. I'd be like, okay, we're heading higher without looking at context. And for me, although this could work 100%, and I'm aware of that, but for me, what I'm looking for more is a retracement. I'm looking for a retracement on the higher time frames into this fair value gap, not into this 15 one. Although, again, like I keep mentioning, it could work, and that's price, right? Price does what it wants, but I'm looking for a deeper retracement. And so for me, how I deal with that chop is being patient enough for price to get to my area, or else I don't trade. And yesterday and today, I took one trade AM, both Monday and Tuesday, both were green, right? And for that session, which is again my sole focus, I am up nicely on the weekend. It's only Tuesday. on what most would consider to this week to be a slow week, it's starting off pretty good for me. Tuning in on vacation. Thanks for the stream, my guy. Where are you at? What part of the world are you at? Do you see it pulling back to the level of interest? I don't know. I just know that I'm comfortable with putting on risk there, and that's all I can really control, right? That's all I can really control. But yeah, at this point, I'm just waiting. And I did a pretty, which I unfortunately didn't follow yesterday. What's today? Tuesday. Yeah. So yesterday, Monday PM. Unfortunately, I didn't follow this, but I'm really trying to. I'm doing it for AM session, right? Which I only have 2 trades this week for AM, which is fucking amazing. That's good, right? 1 trade each session. But for PM yesterday, I took 2 trades, which were half hour. In hindsight, looking back after I reviewed, they weren't the best quality setups. So from here on forward, and again, it's because of the reason that I'm on stream and I want to put something on and I want to trade, essentially, just given that I'm on here and I know that currently 150 of you guys are watching. So part of my brain says, okay, do something. And again, I'm not trading as much size as I am in my AM, so it's almost like it doesn't matter, but I'm still putting on risk that I shouldn't, and it's something that I'm trying to control here. So yeah, I'm not taking anything here, and unless we get down into this area is what I'm getting at. Long story short, it's taking it slower, huh? Yes, sir. Got to the stream right now. Fuck yeah, Methodic. Fuck yeah. Jay, appreciate you for being on here, my boy. One thing I learned from Jake is that even when the market runs and you get FOMO, he always says that I'm looking for the retracement to enter. That's saved me so much patience. Patience is trading is wild. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, honestly, again, what I got from him was instead of taking breakouts, take potential higher lows in uptrends and vice versa, potential lower highs in downtrends. So chat, if I were to draw this for those on a who are honest, I guess, newer to trading, what does this look like? Shit. We were downtrending, right? We got a market structure shift. So now on the hourly is all I'm waiting for is a pullback. Then take it, not even to that high more than anything, probably like right here, into premium of this range. So yeah, I'm with you, brother. And I kind of took that from Jake, honestly. From Indiana, chilling in Naples, Florida for the week. Fuck yeah. How far is Naples from Miami? Is it far? At what point does order flow invalidate a clean ICT setup for you? For me, honestly, I put a lot of emphasis on the 4 hour and 1 hour. So if I can't get a read on the 4 hour and 1 hour, for the most part, I'm not taking it. So, yeah, it's not a fuck yes on the 4 hour, 1 hour. I'm not taking it. And you said invalidates. So this would invalidate if I get no entry model in that area and we just invalidate my area of interest, then I'm not taking it. Shorting here. Yeah, I mean, I can see that playing out. I guess short term, I am looking for price to go lower, like I mentioned. But I'm not looking to short that because it doesn't align with my higher time frame narrative, which is the 4 hour, 1 hour, daily, and weekly. Man, I drink too much water. I should probably tone it down before stream starts because I gotta run bathroom every time. So I got some time in me, but if those nosedive. If they nosedive, I'm rich. Apex. Fuck yeah, hopefully it does for you, brother. Potential higher high. John. Are we using the whiteboard today, chat? I don't know. I don't know what to use it for exactly. I recorded a skit here, or not a skit, video this morning, which is what it's here for. But basically explaining market structure, essentially. So on the weekly, If you guys go on the weekly chart, we had a fair value gap. The daily, we had a swing low after we look at ES for this, after we inverted the fair value gap. And on the 4 hour, we were downtrending into that weekly fair value gap, right? Which we got a reaction off from. So I think this is game. This is how I use multi-time frame analysis. And I guess we used it, first time using it on stream, chat. But let's go YouTube acing. Man, I'm getting smooth with these transitions, boy. Only trading your setup and showing patience is the best thing for the new traders to learn. Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, I'm learning that. I'm learning that, and of course, after talks with Jake, I'm getting better, bro. It's a whole new thing. Trading is one thing, but streaming and talking and engaging with people is a whole other skill that a lot of people, I would argue, can't do. So, fuck yeah. Some shit. Naples is like 2 hours from Miami. Okay, fire. Fire, fire. West Coast. What up, brother? Kamiab Trades, what up, what up? Get a catheter. Catheter? What the fuck is a catheter? Just roll profits into some more. If I lose, I'm green. If I win, I'm... Yeah, that's... Bro, you're imagining that shit properly. He said you add it to the position and now you're in the profit if it stops you out, and you're a lot more green if it continues. So you're doing it good, brother. You're doing it good. Got the whiteboard now. This is real school. Man, that's the goal. If I have an idea that I can't really portray or show on stream, then whiteboard it is, chat. Oh yeah, I thought that's what it was. I'm not, hey, Robert, I've never used one, so I don't even know what the fuck that is. Your next level, bro. Thanks. Fuck yeah, hell yeah, appreciate you. You're doing amazing, my guy. The education breakdowns is gold with so much sauce, secret sauce. Yeah, fuck yeah. Thank you, Methodic. Appreciate it, my boy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're here for it. What's up, DD, my guy? How's it going, brother? Using your playlist today. I'm vibing with it. Vibing with it, so thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, like I said, chat, we're the free game stream. Loving the playlist. Yeah, thank Didi for that. Project 365's editor, right above you guys on chat. Share it if you can. Yeah, I got you guys. Let me copy and paste it into chat here. I'm vibing with I'm liking the vibes. Loving the vibes here, chat. Gracias. Yeah. It'd be funny. You know what I was thinking, chat? On a slower day, recording a skit here with you guys. Something to do with chat. Like you guys will, I don't know. It's an idea that I had. Gracias. Yeah, of course. Of course. So we just retraced into that fair value gap there on NQ and ES. We tapped into that change in states. 4 hour, 15 minute. 15 minute took out these lows, of course. Man, I really gotta go bathroom. Took out these lows. 15 minutes still bullish order flow. 5 minute. Man, we're react. Did we take it? Yeah, we took it out, chat. By a fucking tick. So did we get divergence? We did get divergence. So we got divergence there. So let's see. Chat, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Give me like 10 seconds. We're back, chat. Okay. Do it, bro. Let's get that content going. No, fuck yeah. It was an idea I had. Talking about content. We are officially 23 followers away from 10K. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, chat. Let's see. Focus. $23. So we'll probably, yeah, I'll for sure hit it later today. Fucking crazy. I was like, did I unmute it? God. No, what it is, chat, is I try to drink a lot of water during the morning. So as it is currently, I am, what is it? About 80 ounces of water deep. That's a lot. That's like, what is that? Like 4 of the regular water bottles? No. 5 of those regular water. Yeah, so it's a lot. Hold on, chat. Let's get into charts here. So we tapped into that fair value gap here on the hourly. So did we on ES and NQ. 15-minute took out lows. 5-minute. Change in state. We got that invert. Yeah, if we invert that 5-minute here, I'm taking it. $5, 10.50. The fuck? Why does ES look like that? Am I tripping, chat? Or am I tripping, chat? Look, ES, the 5-minute took out the swing low. Check this out, chat. ES 5-minute took out the swing low. Well, the 1-minute didn't. The fuck is this? 100. Huh. That's weird. They manipulating the charts? What the fuck? Yeah, I thought I was tripping. Yeah, it's the adjusted thing that if I take it off, it takes... The low got taken, but... Yeah, weird. Weird, right? Don't get water poisoning. No, I try not to drink more than a gallon a day, which I don't. I probably drink about 100 ounces a day, but I just like drinking the majority of my water before like noon, 1 p.m. And then that way later on, I'm more, yeah, I just know I guess got to my goal. Yeah, I'm hawking price here, chat. We are hawking price here with the idea that price doesn't have to come down here. We did tap into that fair value gap. So yeah, hawking price here. There's a minute left into that 15-minute candle. We rejected away from the 5-minute fair value gap there. So yeah, let's see. Let's see, chat. All right, now, yeah, it's weird though. This is weird on ES Spark. Probably a low glitch on TradingView. Maybe you found a secret stat. Nah. What do I think of fasting? I've done it. The longest I've done are 55 hours, a 55-hour fast. And honestly, the more benefit that I see from it is, for me personally, like a mental benefit. Like the amount of willpower that you have to go through to see other people eat and not do so yourself. It's fucking crazy. Ratify daily payouts or weekly payouts? I would say daily payouts. Let's shoot for the low of day. Man, you guys are shooting for low of day, which could happen. Man, you guys make me feel like I'm missing something with that order flow reads. Sheesh, yes, sir. Fasting for a month? Fuck. Yeah, I got into fasting pretty heavily, like about a year ago. Yeah, I started looking more into it, and yeah, the benefits from a health perspective is, I guess, I don't know, to not get too deep, it's like it regenerates your body, it flushes toxins supposedly. That fair value gap.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with
That was a 30-minute look in here, chat. 30 minutes good. 15. Let's see what the 5-minute does here. Autophagy, yeah, there you go. Oil pump. Fasting good for gut health too. Yeah, I went on this whole rabbit hole of like looking very deeply into it, and basically the premise of it is like if your gut is not working properly, you're gonna have external issues, right? Whether it's mentally or physically. And essentially that's how disease comes about, right? By not taking care of your gut lining, your overall gut health. And yeah, it's a big rabbit hole that I feel like I got into personally, but I've been a little bit less extreme about it as of lately. Yes, I do. I have a cold plunge, matter of fact, that I haven't used, but I do have one. I went through this phase where I wanted to buy a sauna too, so having the whole setup would be nice. But yeah, I haven't cold plunged in a minute, but yeah, I've done it before. Bro, fuck yeah, bro. That feeling of going into a sauna, then going into a cold plunge and finishing off with the cold plunge, taking a hot ass shower, just to put on sweats on and chill at the house with AC on, man, that feeling is unmatched. After a hard ass workout, bro, you're doing it right, my guy. Unmatched feeling. You just saw Jake's Outlaw post on Tradeify? Green on and off the charts. Fucking Jake, yeah. Yeah, they put a picture of him with a blunt, right? Yo. Farmer Tala. Where did I grow up? I grew up in, Cali my whole life. I was born in San Jose, California. And Bay Area. And then I moved to, I've basically lived around a 100-mile radius my whole life. California. And as of like the last 3-4 years, I'd say the last 3 years, I've been traveling a bit more, and lately, like the last year and a half, I've been actually traveling a lot more. So let's see. Hold on, getting my orders ready here, chat. Hold on. Yeah, so far just waiting. The ideal area of interest would be that like we keep mentioning, that inverse fair value gap on the hourly, the fair value gap on the hourly, of course, but you just tapped already. The hourly change in state. So let's see, main. Legend, I'm in New York, boy. I grew up in the Bronx and lived upstate for a few years now. I'll be in New York, let's see. I'll be in New York, let me look at my flights. It's July 13th, I'll be in New York. Years now I'm in Colorado. Oh, now you're in Colorado, oh shit. Man, drastic change then. I entered with 1 MNQ, which is good, bro. That's fire with the ranges we're having. Just holding to the highs of that 2 minute. On the 2 minute IFEG, I front run it a little bit. Let me see, 2 minute. You took that inverse on the 2 minute? Yeah, not bad. But for me, the way I see it, the reason I haven't gotten into anything is I'm waiting for more from the 5 minute. The 5 minute has been delivering bearish there. Rejecting every single order block thus far. You rejected that bearish fair value gap. So that just leads me to believe that we could potentially trade lower before we trade higher. So the 15 minute, we inverted that one, but we are in a 15 minute gap. We are in an hourly gap. So from the higher time frames, that's enough for me. The 4 hour is getting that lower wick. If we are bullish, that's enough for me. So I guess what I'm waiting on here essentially is the 5 minute. I'm not taking anything against the 5 minute. And it seems like we're essentially bull flagging. But it's not a bad take, but I think it's better to wait for more. That makes sense. Fuck yeah. I mean, again, like it could work. And don't judge your trade decisions on me. It's just my 2 cents, and just how, for example, like Mitch, I think he said him and AXD are looking for low of days, I think. Or I shouldn't probably be speaking for Mitch, but I know AXD is looking for low of days, I believe, and Mitch was kind of confirming that, I believe. And I guess it conflicts with what I am looking for, right? So it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, just trade whatever you see and then come back after the fact and review it. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I caught myself, Mitch. I was like, hold on, let me not say Mitch is looking for a load. I got you, brother. No, I know it's AXP was mentioned that's why. But I caught myself. All I'm watching is Man City to lose today. Pray for that. Pray for me. You got money on Man City today or what? Or no, you got money. Bro, honestly, I have not watched soccer in a minute. City game. Who are they playing? Oh, Arsenal. Oh, they 10 minutes in. You clenched early? Yeah, I haven't watched soccer in a minute. But yeah. Mitch's work wife. I'm waiting on that sandwich. I got a semi-final ticket for the WC for Lomeli. If you can get me my first payout. Who's WC? Oh, World Cup. Fuck him. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, World Cup. Shit. Huh. Enticing. Yeah, let her know what's up. That's fuck. Enticing. Yeah, the World Cup is happening across a lot of, let me see, World Cup locations. Who's watching the World Cup, chat? It's in Canada, Mexico, and the States. Atlanta, Houston, Kansas City, LA, Miami, New York, SF, Seattle. Toronto, eh? It's Toronto, eh? That's what I was thinking, Mitch. I was like, enticing, my boy. How much do World Cup tickets go for? I have no clue. Or actually, I probably should be doing this on stream here with you guys. Let me see. World Cup. World Cup tickets. Selling fast. Sheesh. Yeah, they're not cheap. And I'm assuming these are for like the, I mean, of course, not semifinals. $2 grand on the low end. What would be a good game, chat? Thousands is crazy. Yeah, I figured they'd be in the thousands, but I'm assuming like the quarterfinals, semifinals, and fuck, the finals got to be fucking crazy. Search up match 101. Match 101. July 14th. Tickets. Oh, I see what you mean. Tickets. Or we could just jump to the July 14th here, right? Come on. June. Almost there. July 14th. To be decided. See tickets. Oh, they're roughly the same price. 24 grand? You got me with a 24 grand, Kalich? Like shit, that payout better be 24 grand, huh? No, but they're pricey. What the fuck? Yeah, they're pricey, chat. For sure pricey. I'm not that big of a I mean shit, it's funny enough, I worked at what used to be Avaya Stadium in San Jose for a while. I worked there, I think now it's called PayPal Stadium, I think. Is it PayPal Stadium or is it? So yeah, I watch a lot of these games for free. PayPal Stadium. Yeah, PayPal Park. I used to work there. Man, fucking days, bro. I used to work there and listen to Andy Frisella and Ed Milet all fucking day. All day, just thinking about what I could do. It's crazy. Crazy how times change. Crazy, crazy. Yo, Lomeli, do you looks max? That's crazy. What, hit my jaw with a hammer? No. Check your. I got you, Didi. I got you. What about today's entry? Today's entry in the morning, I walked through. I took essentially, long story short, I took this trade into the same level I was referring to yesterday. Into prior week lows, essentially. Shorts. And yeah, you guys can find the trade on my Instagram. I screen recorded it and posted it on Instagram. Let's see. Just waiting now, chat, on sidelines. Nothing yet, but we are approaching my area of interest, so let's see what we get here. Crazy. My bias for end of day is to the upside. It's to the upside. Long bias. Long bias with the overall target of my low-hanging fruit being the 419 on the higher time frame. But for this given trade specifically, I would look to target 188.5, which is overnight highs. And my entry model that I'm essentially waiting for is essentially waiting for the 5 minute to give me a some sort of bullish confirmation or bullish change in state, bullish inverse, which that inverse is a little high now, but I am looking at it. Now what I would be looking more so for is a change in state here. Let's delete that. So yeah, just waiting, honestly, letting price tell me what it wants to do, and then seeing if I can catch a small piece from it. If not, then so be it. Someone said the opening print, they were looking opening print. That's the opening print on ES. And then NQ's opening print would be right there. I believe we have a Jake level there too, right? Regular around the opening print. So the Jake level would be up here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we get. I'm porting your lunch right now. You're starving? Bro, I'm starving. The last 2 days I haven't had lunch before stream. All I've had is a yogurt. Man, it fucking right about now, like around noon is when it gets to me. All I've had are 2 coffees so far. Digging the vibey tunes today. Fuck yeah, shout out Didi for the recommendations. I think I'm gonna roll with these. I'm enjoying them. It's like the perfect vibe. It's not too low tone. It's not too fucking it makes you get FOMO when you see up and down ticks, but it's perfect. Yeah, of course, SR. I got you. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, chat. Literally what I'm here for. Waiting on the 5-minute here now. Yeah, something that yeah. Literally just waiting on the smaller time frames for me to get a potential long. And if it doesn't happen by 12:20, 12:30, then I'm not taking anything for PM. Oil is ripping. Oil's been on a... Yeah, oil's fucking moving. Week. Day. Move. Yeah, I'd like to see how well it gets respected in the new day opening gap, which is that blue rectangle. Literally all day, 1, 2, 3 taps. Use it as support, and now we took out overnight highs. Fucking read. Silver. What's silver doing, chat? Silver is looking slightly bearish in my opinion. Silver is looking bearish. We rejected that last up candle before the down move. On the monthly, the weekly is also that bearish order block in premium of the range. Daily we just rejected that bearish gap. Yeah, I would be bearish on silver up until that, at least until that 71.31 level. Back to NQ, chat. Sorry. That was a 1 minute look in here. Last 1 hour candle made my wallet. Making my wallet. Oh, making your wallet hurt. Why? Oh shit. Because you got a pickup? Man, gas prices here are fucking crazy. What I used to fill up my gas tank for, literally not even a year ago, was probably like at most 70. And I went yesterday and it was literally at empty and I pumped 100 and almost 110. Just fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. I mean, shit. I don't know if it's like that in every other state, but California prices are fucking wild. It was 550. Cup of Joe, you said you're in Colorado, right? Fucking crazy. Yeah, I think prices here are damn near $7. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, 550 is crazy. I know where I'm at. It's a little lower than, like, for example, like LA prices, but it's still fucking high. Yeah, house prices are wild. You're in Jersey, 450. Yeah, I'm damn near paying fucking double, which is, I mean, the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot, but it's still a lot more, right, than it was. So we're right around my area of interest that I planned for. Let's see what we get out of this reaction here. We also hit the middle of the fair value gap on the hourly. Let's see, chat. Let's see what we get here, chat. I'd want to see a reaction in this area. Let's see. Yeah, what I'm doing here right now is looking to see when I want to, if and when I want to take those swings on QQQ. 1 hour candle in the next 2 minutes. Yes, sir. If we leave that that 5 minute invert here, that's a potential trigger for my entry here. We did retrace into discount on ES. Let's see, chat. Let's see. I'm looking to see if this would be a trigger for myself. Swing low, swing high. Premium discount. This would be the low-hanging fruit up here. Five, 1. Let's see how that 5 minute reacts here. If we invert that with speed, longs would be enticing here. So the new 12 a.m. candle just opened, or what would that be? 3 p.m. Eastern candle opened. Let's see. We are trading underneath opening print on ES, so that's the downside, I guess. Let's see. Something like that, chat. If giving this a little couple more, I want the 5 minute fully invert, not just, it didn't invert fully or at all. So I'm waiting for the 1 minute to invert and close above it for me to take a potential stab long. And the target for these would be slightly aggressive for the time being, but it's still Asia highs. So let's see, chat. Let's see if we get it. SOXL might drag in everything, but I'm not sure myself. Let's see, chat. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat here. I'm locking in for a minute here. Again, what I'm waiting for is that 5 minutes invert, which is this. Let's see if that 1 minute holds here. If it doesn't, we're probably going to continue lower to take out this low and see if that 1 hour change of state holds. So far rejecting that 5 minute gap, but let's see. Let's see if that 1 minute holds just to actually invert the 5 minute gap. There's a minute left into this 5 minute candle. So ideally the 5 minute also inverts alongside the 1 minute. That'd be nice. TIGR. I don't know what that is. Is that a ticker symbol? Ticker symbol, chat? Yeah, so there's currently 205 of you guys in here waiting for a long setup to confirm my entry model. So on still not in anything, but potentially looking to enter so long this 5 minute invert gets inverted. It's aligning with the weekly, just tapped into the weekly fair value gap. Daily took out swing lows, which now makes the 419 a target for myself on a daily. 4 hour, not much on the 4 hour. We've been kind of in this range. But the 1 hour, what I do like is we retrace back into the BPR, which is an inverse and now bullish fair value gap. Retraced around that 1 hour change in state. The ES got to discount of the range. 15-minute fair value gap here as well. 5-minute now just simply has that bearish gap here. Let's see. So we did hold that. Let's see. Yeah, so long we invert this 5-minute gap, I'm trying it and going from the 8 more followers and you hit 8 more followers and I hit 10K. Fuck yeah. Edit. Let's see, chat. Literally 4 new followers and I hit 10K. Let's see if we can do it on stream. Four new followers. Focus. Yeah, if I get too close, it doesn't focus. But if you haven't already, follow me at Lomeli Trades. I know at least 4 of you guys are not following me. I'm unfollowing. At Lomeli. Let's get to 10K on stream. Literally 2 more followers. Chat. Let's go, chat. What's your ethnicity? Yeah, I'm Mexican. I am Mexican. One, bro. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that was probably a little loud. My bad, chat. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Look at this. Shout out Jake, man. Shout out fucking Jake. The one advice he gave me in New York was post every single day, twice a day for a year, and something's gonna change. Fast forward, August, September, October, November, December, January. Fast forward, what is that? 8-9 months. We're at 10K, baby. We're at 10 fucking K, which is just an arbitrary number, but it's nice to see, I don't know, it's nice to see 10K, right? When I first talked to him, I was sitting right underneath, I was sitting probably like at 200 followers, 300 followers, and crazy, 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 crazy. Mass and following right now? No, fuck no, chat. Congrats. Yeah, Brian, my guy, appreciate you. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's get 100. Yeah, fuck yeah. Next week? Fuck no. Okay, so that trade is potentially setting up here. Let's see, chat. A trade entry is potentially setting up. Sorry. Got to lock in, baby. So long as the 1 minute closes above that swing high, essentially, there's a little bit more. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I am taking this. I'm giving this a shot here. With the stop at the swing low. And yeah, going from there. Oh, that's why. Hold on, chat. I'm getting my orders in here. 1 second, chat. 1 second. You guys said mass unfollowing coming. That's fucking funny. Okay, we got it situated. Let's see if this plays out, chat. For a banger setup. Sheesh. Working instantly. So in longs and Q, targeting 188.5. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Okay, I got that situated now. Fuck yeah, chat. 10 fucking thousand. 10,000. Crazy. Crazy. My girl's in the other room probably talking about what the fuck is he yelling at? 100K by the end of the year. You know what's crazy, chat? Watch this. This is the vision board I made 2024. And that bottom one was the goal I've been having. So shit, maybe this year, man. Maybe this year. It's funny how fucking crazy it works. Like, I have a YouTube plaque, which we're now streaming, right, on Project 365. Traveling, which currently doing. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy what having an idea in mind and just seeing those ideas kind of play out, and it's rewarding, honestly. Fucking rewarding, chat. Let's go, keep killing it on streams, and it's done deal. Fuck yeah. Congrats. Yeah, my guy. Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, DD, my guy. 100K by the end of the year. That's the goal, honestly. Let's see if we can do it. I know it's a very far-fetched goal, and I think a more realistic goal would be for sure 25,000. I think I can get there, given that I have to find a right balance, right? I have to find a balance of. I do think that in order to get attention, I have to get outside my comfort zone and record more cringy skits. Or they're cringy for me because I'm naturally very introverted. So yeah, have a mixture of that, but also have a mixture of game and value. And I think if I do those properly, I think I will be at a very good spot. Hell yeah, Ramirez, my guy. Appreciate you. Inspiring, bro. Keep going. Chat, literally in August, I was at probably, I don't even know the number, like 200-300 followers in August. It's crazy. Crazy how fast things happen so long you just put the work in. Crazy. That's what I'm hoping for, Cup of Joe. Start LARPing. Fuck yeah. Let's see. 188.5. So the easy low-hanging fruit would be that premium of the range here. Let's see. But I am looking to target that 188.5. Nice displacement from the 15-minute and the 5-minute. So this for me becomes like it's nice when I see trades like this play out, when it instantly works into your direction. And it's because of the higher time frames. It's because we waited for the higher time frames. So now what I'm waiting for exactly is or not waiting for, but what I'm doing currently is reading price. So now we have that order block here, which if we are bullish still, we should respect on the 1 minute. Let's see, chat. Yeah, and the more you can double it by end of the year for sure. Yeah, that's the goal. If I keep, yeah. And honestly, to be real with you guys, my goal here is I'm not 100% myself currently. Like, I still hold back on a lot of things. And it's because I'm just getting comfortable with knowing, with the idea that I have currently 230 people watching. So the goal as I keep improving is just being more engaging, of course. And that's what I guess these are for, right? Like where I change scenes and try to just be engaging, but to also just be 100% myself, which is hard, but that's the goal. Right now, I would say I'm maybe 50% myself. If I were to let loose, maybe I'll say a couple things I'd get in trouble for, but you guys know what I mean. I just want to be myself, literally. I just want to be able to hop in here and have it be to where I feel like I'm talking to my brother, right? Use 50 Cent, many men. Oh wait, which one? I get money or what? What was you looking for on the higher time frame? Essentially the hourly. Let me see. The hourly fair value gap. Hourly fair value gap inside a bearish invert or bearish gap that went invert, and a 15-minute fair value gap. And yeah, it's essentially what I was looking for. I'd want to see that last down candle on the 15-minute hold, which is also, I guess, the 5-minute change in state. That 1 minute swing low, I'd want to see that hold. The size, that's the size of a college classroom watching you. Bro, it's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, chat. If I'm picturing 200 people in front of me, I feel like I would feel like I need to prepare. I'd feel like I need notes. I feel like no, honestly, to be honest, I'm good at speaking to people. I'm good at like holding relationships, but yeah, there's levels to this, right? But yeah, like you said, yeah, it's crazy. It's a whole different game when there's 200 people watching you online versus in real life. It changes, man. It changes for sure. Authentic is the word. Fuck yeah. Yeah, literally authentic. You're doing great, bro. I'm learning a lot. Appreciate your teachings. Yeah, my guy. Thank you for fucking giving me a chance and watching, honestly. And it's only a matter of months before these streams have thousands and thousands of views. I come back and pitch, not pitch this, fucking flip this. Let her rip tater chip. Do you care that price already filled that FEG? Which one? Let me see. Curious, but do you not get tired of standing during the whole stream? Partially yes, but I prefer to get tired standing than be tired of sitting all day. So after, because I stand trading AM and then PM, and I'm at the gym mid-session, and so I'm standing for the whole day essentially. And then later in the day, I can just chill. I can sit on the couch if I want to. I could sit essentially. So I'm trying to minimize the time I spend sitting and maximize the time I spend standing. And I have this little lacrosse ball that I'm always messing with. So I'm like getting a little foot massage at the same time. How long you been trading for? 6 years. Just crazy to say. Screw us, we're here for you. We didn't find value, we wouldn't be here. Fuck yeah. Man, you guys are amazing. Yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys, honestly. How's it looking? How's the market looking so far? I'm in a long, so I guess I would say I'm liking longs. I trade standing now too. Yeah, I think it's the best. It was kind of weird at first, but now I feel weird sitting down. Yeah, and for me, the reason I started trading standing up was because I had a bit of back problems, literally sitting all fucking day. And yeah, I got a standing desk. That was one. And then two, I started just realizing how much better I felt, I guess, throughout the day. Yeah, this displacement to the downside is no bueno. Biggest trade ever was on options, and it was for under 4,000 with options. And it was a day trade that I held into like an end of day run on SPY. What gives you conviction to stay in the trade after such a sharp failure to go higher? For me, it's just my experience, like, and my back testing as well. Like, for me, like, my biggest downfall comes from micromanaging a position. So if I just let it do its thing, I know over time I will make money. Which, in this case, I guess had I micromanaged it, I would have saved myself. But yeah, it's looking like we're gonna take us out at these swing lows here. Do you copy trade? Yes. Can I close all treads, sir? What do you mean? Tagged out there. Tagged out there, fuck it.
Sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with? What if I told you Sensodyne has a fast and simple remedy? New Sensodyne Clinical Repair starts to repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I'm so excited to introduce this new product to patients. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing.
Would have took it 10 out of 10. Yeah. Now, what I'm seeing is just to see if that change of state holds, and that same low was just the low to then trade higher. Other than that, I'm not interested in taking any longs in this area or interested in taking shorts. So let's see the reaction off that 1 hour change in state. Yo, little pump, take a trade here. Take a trade, twin. ES level here. On the hourly level or what? Regular trading hours. Let's see. Hourly. It's also that opening print. The opening print is also an hourly level on ES. Chronic. So yeah. Let's see how this 5 minute finishes up here. Yeah, I would be interested in retrying if we invert this bearish gap. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy, chat. I keep opening up Instagram and it's crazy to see that K next to a number. Crazy. What does it mean to invert a FVG? It just means to, if price is bearish, price should respect it, right? Now, if it isn't, it should go through it, right? So that's kind of what I mean by invert. To go through a bearish confluence. Inside a confluence where I'm already bullish on the higher time frames, meaning the hourly in this case, the daily, weekly, and 15 minute. Let's see. 4 hour. So we just tapped into it. Let's see what we do here. Yeah, my bias is still bullish, just given the hourly. I'm putting my whole weight on the hourly and the weekly, of course. The weekly rejection of the fair value gap. I guess you could say we are holding that bullish fair value gap on NQ here. Still, after wicking below it. So So yeah, let's see. Let's see what the 5 minute does here. Oops. 1 minute. Let's see if that 1 minute fair value gap holds here. And then inverts the 5 minute. Let's see, chat. Market's going lower. Potentially. I'm just here to react. I am here to react. 50. Let's see. Sniped a long entry on NQ there. Fuck yeah. Change in state. 5 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna let that 5 minute invert here. How many screens do you trade with? I have 2 screens. That's all I need. But I actually, funny enough, this morning I was thinking about buying a bigger one, just to have, just for streaming purposes, because my monitors are crowded right now. Literally fucking crowded. Just because I got OBS, YouTube open, I got Google Chrome. I have my, yeah, I have a lot open. Yeah, sorry, chat. There's a BPR. The music is so chill. Yeah, shout out Didi for that one. What time is it? Shit, it's already been 2 hours for stream, chat. Crazy. Crazy. That there's a BPR at that 5 minute FPGs, so we will see. Oh, there is. Yeah, you're right. Which we literally rejected. Literally rejected. What he's talking about is there's a bullish gap that a bearish gap overlaps, which we traded into. And now we closed bearish in that area essentially. Get a curved one, ultra wide. That's what I was looking at Best Buy. Over, what was it? Not this weekend, the weekend. Fuck, what? No, actually, it was before I went to Costa Rica. I was checking out the monitors, and that's kind of what I was looking for, like a wide one where I could fit my charts and chat in one, right? And then I would just have one of these smaller ones, I guess you could say, off to the side for strictly streaming. You lost all trades today? Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, brother. No need to stress about it too much. Tomorrow's another day. So long you live to trade another day, that's what matters. All right, my guy, all out for the day. We'll connect later. Peace. Methodic. Later, brother. Congrats on Tech 8, my guy. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's cool that I hit it on stream, honestly. Fucking sick. Which one do you plan on? When you plan on buy? In CMS? What does that mean, CMS? You cooked on those shorts, didn't quite reach the open, but trimmed off holding one. See if Trump wants to tweet something after hours. Fuck yeah, brother. You called it too. You've been pretty sharp with the entries, brother. Fuck yeah, EXP. Been crushing it. Yeah, so long this holds essentially here, my bias still remains bullish. I won't be trading Asia, but we'll see how we are during Asia and then into New York tomorrow. Tomorrow is FOMC, so stream for FOMC should be interesting. More than likely tomorrow for FOMC, I will be trading evals. Yeah, just given FOMC. Fuck yeah, you're doing it right, brother. It's like the best loser wins talks about, right? Which is do the complete opposite of what everyone does, right? Most people trim their positions where you should be training your mind to add to winners when you're right and cut your losses immediately when you're wrong. Okay, yeah. The FOMC minutes. Yeah, we'll see how price action is. Regardless, I think I will more than likely do evals, but unless we get like an A++ setup. A++ setup. Wrong. You touched grass today, brother? Were you outside all day as well? Man, I have yet to go outside other than, I wouldn't even count that outside, other than my drive to the gym. Of course. Fuck yeah, wrong. Of course, let's fucking go. We hit 33K. 33K with what? Oh, fuck yeah. We hit 33K on YouTube. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Let's see, YouTube. Let's see. Oh, I guess it changes now that I probably shouldn't be doing that. Let's see. Actually, I'll check later, but I'll take your word for it. 33K, fucking crazy. Chat, do we hit 50K by end of June or no? 33K, that would mean we need 17,000 subscribers 17,000 subscribers in a little bit over a month, right? Yeah, it's tough, but I think it's all dependent on the reach now, I guess. Would wait for 180, 184. What's that, around the opening print? So far. Yeah, I agree. But shit, it's possible. It's still possible. We gotta cook up ideas as to how we can get there. I'm sure if we can ramp up the momentum to 50K by then, I don't think 100K by the end of the year would be far-fetched. So you're a rake trader who incorporates IGT. Interesting to see how you mix both styles. Yeah, like I said earlier, like my trade-off of the morning, I essentially used, I wouldn't say rakes. I used what I learned from Rake's Mastermind, which was partially Rake's Mastermind, is also partially reading price bar by bar, which was individual candle analysis. In my morning setup, or my morning trade, at the point of entry, this is how the 15-minute was looking, right? That is no bullish candle on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, we have what's called essentially a low 2, which was, again, I don't derive my trading off of this exactly, but it aligned during my point of entry at that invert. Once we got an invert and change of state on the 1-minute, everything else was aligning bar by bar analysis. Like, you know, we had a low 2, which I spent countless of fucking hours, I guess you could say, back testing, forward testing. And now it's just, I guess you could say, intuitive. Like, I see them at a subconscious level where I'm not really thinking much of it. I'm like, okay, we got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. How is it going to close? Or the 15-minute has 10 minutes into it. If I get in, how would the bar look if I time it properly and it closes from red to green, or vice versa, right? Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the charts aren't important right now. I'll switch back, but thank you, I forgot about that. I was thinking some fun streams, like all the hosts and single streams, and y'all compete. The first one to pass the eval gets something. Big trading Q&As and all. Something, yeah, I agree. I think that like, sure, I think a big part has to be like stay professional, right? But I do think that if we like gamify it a bit, we would get a larger audience. But that's just up to whatever Jake wants to do, right? But yeah, something like that would be nice. The Rake Trade Streamer Cup. Go back to charts. Yeah, something to where I don't know. It would make new watchers kind of like, oh, these people are just like me. I hope no one takes offense if I go opposite of Lomeli some days. I'm in the same direction as him, so do not trade if someone is saying the opposite of Lomeli. Yeah, no, bro, no offense taken, my guy. I know that at least for me, I need to do a better job at not looking at chat when I'm contemplating a setup. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's you who is clicking the button, right? You watching, right? You're the one clicking the buttons and you're the ones making the decisions. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's no one's forcing anyone. I could try to cook up a script. A script for like the video idea. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we should at least give it a shot. I mean, let me see. Yeah, I think we should give it at least a shot. We'll see what Jake has to say, but then it does again kind of target a different audience rather than kind of what we're doing now. So, but yeah, I mean, shit, just how 40 Laws of Power talks about all attention is good attention, and I don't know. It'd be insane if all 5 hosts lived together. Bro, that'd be crazy. At least, I don't know, picture this. All 5 hosts in a villa in the middle of a different country. All trading together and making money. I don't know. That sounds like fun to me. All streamed, of course. I'd go to PR for a few weeks to cook content with Rake. I would for sure do that as well. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. The beach, you're talking about the beach plus hot weather plus content plus work plus this environment. Bro, I feel like a lot of ideas would cook up. I'd book my flight tomorrow. Alan is married. I don't think he will live together. Yeah, I don't know, but whoever, yeah, I don't know. Wrong, are you married? I guess I never asked you that. Bro, tell me why I thought you were gonna say some shit like that. Married to the game. Saying cues? Fuck yeah. Yeah, so I'm done with charts here, so I'll switch over to base and chat. Move this over. Oh no, you see his thirst traps in Discord. Who are you talking about, Aaron? Only Mitch and Alan is married. Fire. They can still make it out though. Actually, I don't know. Everyone has different lives. Mitch. No, but that'd be cool. I was even contemplating doing that myself with a group of people that so far it's just me, yeah, a handful of people, or not a handful, small group of people that are working remotely, and again, like going to a villa in, I don't know, Bali for a month, just working content, grading, everything. Grading is our wives, mistresses, and exes. Yeah, for sure. And Q's for sure that toxic ex. And ES is the one you always go back to. Who would silver be, chat? Silver's like that. Yeah, actually, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. What about gold? Gold is like that. Actually, chat, before I say anything, yeah, you guys come up with ideas before I get in trouble. Let's see. Chat, that is literally that's all for me here. Gonna get running, about to make some food, literally breakfast, and go from there. Yes, I took one winner AM and one loser here in PM. Overall green on the day. Yeah, about to go make some food and then shower up because I hit the gym and I haven't showered. But again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I think we peaked at slightly under 230 today, which is amazing. Thank you guys for 10K followers. Literally hit 10K followers on stream today, which is fucking, it's sick. It's cool. It feels rewarding. And again, shout out Jake. But yeah, that's it for me, chat. Deuces. If you guys feel free to follow me on Instagram here. There you go. Yeah. All right, chat. Adam, my guy, thank you. Thank you, brother. Deuces, chat. Later.